The majority of CLL patients is diagnosed at an early stage, and so far there has been no proven benefit of an early chemo or chemoimmunotherapy in this subgroup of patients. And with the approval of novel drugs which act more specific on the B-cell compartment, we wish to ask the question if early stage patients might benefit from an early treatment intervention with Ibrutinib. So the key conclusions from the CLL12 trial were that, as expected, the event-free survival, meaning the time from randomization until symptomatic disease progression, was, as expected, significantly higher in the Ibrutinib group compared to the placebo group. And the quite surprising finding was that, yes, indeed, we could delay time to chemoimmunotherapy. Only 15 patients of the Ibrutinib group received a second-line treatment, whereas 59 patients of the placebo group received a second-line treatment, with the vast majority receiving chemoimmunotherapy. And this was the question we initially wished to address, whether or not we could delay time to chemoimmunotherapy. And I think one of the biggest finding, which was quite surprisingly for all of us, was that there was actually no significant difference in adverse events when looking at Ibrutinib compared to placebo. So this was a very surprising finding. Well, actually, if you really want to answer the question if patients benefit from an early treatment intervention with Ibrutinib, you have to have the survival data for those patients. And this trial is powered for survival, but at this time point we have not the data yet. We have to wait until 28 deaths have at least been documented. So unless there is no survival data, the strategy for this subgroup of patients remains watch and wait. Well, I think one of the major challenges right now is that we have a lot of novel drugs available, but we still have to look which drug fits to which patient, because all the drugs, Ibrutinib in particular, have their very specific toxicity profile. So I think this is going to be one of the most challenging questions to see in the future, which drug fits for which patient. The next step in the treatment landscape of CLL patients would be to find a way or the right combination to terminate the first-line treatment. As you might know, the now approved treatment options of novel drugs are on a maintenance basis, so the next step is going to be to terminate this treatment by a wisely chosen combination of probably certain novel drugs plus minus an antibody.